Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about lesson 3, economics, food security and nutrition. In this lesson we will study about meaning, definition of food security and availability and access to food grains and purchasing power and agriculture policy, and to gain knowledge about multi-dimensional nature of poverty, and to study about nutrition and health status and policies in Tamil Nadu. Introduction. Food is defined as any substances that people eat and drink to maintain life and growth. Food security would denote, which refers, indicate a person ability to eat enough and stay active and lead a healthy life. Definition of food security. Food security exists when all the people at all time have a physical, social, economical reach to sufficient safe nutritious food which meet their dietary needs and food preference for an active and healthy life. This is explained by FAO, which refers Food and Agriculture Organization in 2009. This definition highlights the need for food to be nutritious. In addition, nutrition security is physical, economical, social access to a balanced diet, safe drinking water, environmental hygienic, primary health care and primary education. This term explained by famous agricultural scientist M.S. Swaminathan. This concept of food security has continuously developed over all the last 5 decades, which refers last 50 years. In beginning, it referred to the overall food supply for a global and regional or national level. But now, this idea of food security had to be relevant at the community, household, and individual level. Basic components of food and nutrition security. This term was categorized into 3 components. They are availability of food, access to food, and absorption. Now we will discuss about availability of food. It is physical availability of food stock in desired quantities. Here the desire refers aspiration, விருப்பம், which is a function of domestic production. Next, access to food. It is mainly a matter of purchasing power and is therefore closely linked with the capability of employment opportunity to earn. Next, absorption. Absorption of food is the ability to biologically utilize the food consumed. It is including several factors such as nutrition, knowledge and practices, safe and hygienic environmental condition. Next topic we will discuss about availability and access to food grains. Food security for the people in a country is not only dependent on the all of food available, but also on the ability of people to purchase. Other developmental issues, food security of people is also related to country's overall development process. So after independence, India to adapt various planned developmental models. Our government of India first focus on agriculture, then given more priority to the industrialization. The recurrent, which refers periodic thought experienced by India pushed to be dependent on import of food grains. But the available of foreign exchange reserves very limited. So it could not permit to open the market purchase and import of grains. India had to plead, here the plead refers requests. India had to plead for food grains from richer countries at concessional rate. United States of America extended assistance. Here the assistance refers help. Help through its Public Law 480 scheme to India during the time of 1960. This situation was popularly known as ship to mouth existence. The American administration and Ford Foundation formulated a plan to increase food production in the country by introducing high yield varieties of wheat and rice. This program was implemented in select districts where irrigation was assured. Then the program was extended to cover a large number of districts. Green Revolution was born in the country, paving way for self-sufficiency in food grain production. Increased food grain production was made possible by an increasing area cultivated with high yield varieties of rice and wheat, as also an increase in the yield of these major cereal crops. Yielding of food grains has increased fourfold between the time of independence and at present. This growth in food grain production was made possible by the HYV program, which refers High Yield Variety Program. Apart from that, introducing fertilizer responsible high yield varieties of rice and wheat. It ensured the availability of subsidies, chemical fertilizer for the farmers. Cheaper farm credit was disbursed to farmers through cooperative bank and societies. Minimum support price MSP for the crops were announced at the beginning of the season. And the state also obtained the harvested grains through FCI, which refers Food Corporation of India. The FCI has built huge storage godowns and built buffer stock. Here the buffer stock refers a stock of basic commodity of food grains during the harvest season to be distributed all through the year. Next we will discuss about minimum support price. Minimum support price is a price fixed by an expert group for particular crop by considering various costs involved in the cultivation of that crop. After the announcing of MSP, the state will open the opt-in centers in the place where these crops are widely grown. The farmers are free to sell in the open market if they get a better price for their crops. On the other side, if the open market price is lower than the MSP, the farmer would get an assured price by selling their produce to FCI. Let us move to public distribution system. Nowadays, increase the food grain production, that the result is not increase the access to food for all. Because of unequal distribution of income and the level of poverty that keep on in Indian economy. The government took step to distribute food grains at subsidy rate through the public distribution system. The nature, scope and functioning of PDS varies from one state to another state. While the Tamil Nadu has adopted an universal PDS, the remaining states in India had targeted PDS. Under universal PDS, all the family ration card holders are entitled here refers special treatment to the supplies from PDS. In the targeted PDS, the beneficiaries are identified based on their certain criteria and given their entitlement. National Food Security Act in Tamil Nadu. This act was implemented in Tamil Nadu on 1st November 2016. Role of consumer cooperatives in food security. Consumer cooperatives play an important role in the supply of quality goods at responsible rate to the common people. There is a 3-level structure of consumer cooperative society in India. They are primary consumer cooperative society and central consumer cooperative stores and state level consumer cooperative store. More than 50,000 village level societies are work in the distribution of consumer goods in the rural area. This scheme is play an important role in food security in India. For example, out of all fair price shops running in Tamil Nadu, around 94% are being run by cooperative society. Next we will move to buffer stock, which refers a stock of basic commodity. Buffer stock is the stock of food grains like wheat, rice. This is obtained by government through the Food Corporation of India. The FCI purchase wheat, rice from the farmers in the state where there is surplus production. Here the surplus refers excess. The farmers are paid a pre-announced price for their crops. This price is called minimum support price, MSP. The MSP is declared by government every year before the sowing season to provide incentive to farmers for their rising production. The purchased food grains are stored in granaries. Here the granaries refers storehouses or warehouses. Buffer stock is done to distribute food grains in the deficit area. Here the deficit refers shortage. This is also help resolve the problem of shortage food during adverse weather condition, மிக மோசமான weather condition, or during the period of calamity time, which refers disaster time. Next, purchasing power. Purchasing power is the value of currency expressed in terms of the amount of goods or services that one unit or one part of money can buy. Factors affecting purchasing power. They are overpopulation, increasing price of essential goods, demand for goods, price of goods affect the value of currency, production and supply of goods, poverty and inequality. First, overpopulation. The population growth rate in India is high as 1.7 per thousand. Large population lead to increasing demand, but supply was not equal to the demand. So, normal price level will be going and higher. So, it affects the purchasing power, especially in rural population. Increasing prices of essential goods. Nowadays, constantly growth in the GDP and growth opportunities in the Indian economy also. There have been steadily increase in the prices of essential goods. The continuous rise in the prices erode the purchasing power of consumer and adverse means harmfully affect the poor people. Next, demand for goods. When demand for goods increase, the prices of goods increase. Then the purchasing power is affected. Next, price of goods affect the value of currency. When the price increases, the purchasing power decreases. And finally, the value of currency decreases. Next, production and supply of goods. The production and supply of goods decline, அதாவது குறையிறது. The price of goods increases. Then the purchasing power is affected. Poverty and inequality. There exists a huge economic disparity in the Indian economy. Here the disparity refers inequality. The proportion, which refers the percentage of income and asset owned by top 10 Indians goes on increasing. This has led to an increase the poverty level in the society. Generally, the purchasing power is affected by poverty and unequal distribution of wealth also. Okay, thank you, students.